Okay, Thursday, May 23rd, round 5. Just going to read this off. This is a follow-up on the securities violations and securities fraud at Albert Fried, including SFXE, the pump and dump fraud scheme, and Anthony Katsingris actually, along with the stock loan guys, discussing in the house, trading in the house account or prop account when the stock loan desk is only supposed to be lending out securities to borrow to their clients and not trading with or against their own clients of Albert Fried to generate profits. Okay, so they are doing that. In this case, Albert Fried, these individuals used my hedge fund clients as well, in addition to their clients on the stock loan side, to trade information, manipulate my clients' trades while generating illegal profits for themselves, Albert Fried, the house account, these individuals, through spoofing, but also as well as to get ahead of my clients' trades or front run those trades, in some cases delaying execution or not executing those trades to generate profits through spoofing. Okay, I wrote spoofing, just to correct that. Yep, okay. So they did this for all my clients that were merger related, and so they could do that because they were easily able to manipulate those trades, and they communicate this information to the New York Stock Exchange because they have presence in the New York Stock Exchange at the time, and they shared that information, those clients that they have from the New York Stock Exchange with these my clients' information, which only precipitated more movement in these names and caused these stocks not to be traded or executed at a higher price or a lower price if they were being sold intentionally to manipulate those trades, get that information out to them, benefit from that scheme that they had. So manipulating trades, spoofing the trades, trading ahead of the trade, ahead of my clients' trades to generate illegal profits because they have a hedge fund, internal hedge fund at Albert Fried to generate profits and execute those trades to do so, as well as to communicate information from my merger arb or merger-related hedge funds to their clients. And in exchange, they would get these orders for the stock loan desk, which allowed them to also get more information to figure out which trades that they wanted to put on these merger-related names and other positions that they had that they're not supposed to be having because they're trading with or against, in some cases, their own clients at the house account level or prop trading level. So the stock loan guys are supposed to be lending securities, not doing this, but they're doing this because instead of collecting the small fee that they generate from borrowing stock or lending out securities to their clients, they decide that they don't want that small percentage. They want the higher percentage, which is actually that basically a hedge fund. So they've created a hedge fund internally, trading names, and I will show you an example of that where Anthony talks about this. So the video shows what happened on October 8th, 2014. That's 10 years ago. And so today is 2024, and I'm still getting retaliated, post-termination retaliation from that. So some of this information is dated, but you can see why you have tens of millions of dollars at stake and more than $100 million of liabilities that I estimate. Could be more, could be greater. I've only been working there for 3.5 years, so this predated my employment there. So it is in excess of that. I just don't know how much more in excess of that. So TD Securities is aware of this, TD Bank is aware of this, TD Prime Services is aware of this, Cowen is aware of this, Albert Fried is the entity that they acquired. So everybody's aware of this, the related parties are aware of this, Bloomberg is aware of this from my filings. And so everybody has a stake in this situation. Unfortunately, 10 years later, I'm still getting retaliated. So I have to go back to the past of why all of this started and why as much as $100+ million at stake or liabilities that they owe shareholders, investors, among other entities, regulators, federal authorities, state authorities, etc., investors, shareholders, clients that they owe. okay, including my clients that are doing this to me on Bloomberg, okay? So just FYI, okay? So you have all this stuff going on. I'm going to put my link in for my filing, which shows the securities violations and fraud. I'll go over that in a minute. I just want to cover the fact that you have these people terminated. So they're terminated 2017 and onward, okay, to present day. So this is the cover-up. So everybody in these recordings I'm going to show you, Rich Tullo, former director of research that engaged in SFX, Netflix, Pandora, all his names that he covers, pump and dump, front running, securities violations, fraud, schemes, terminated. Ed Daniele, compliance officer that sat right next to us, saw this, didn't do anything, terminated at TD Securities post-merger acquisition. Nate Sheridan, junior prop trader, aggressive prop trader, and vocal prop trader. He's also terminated before the deal closed with TD Securities. Okay, Anthony Katsingris started cleaning house, so he terminated different people, including him. Brian Mason, right after the merger, they tried to retain him as a prop trader, decided that it wouldn't be a good idea because you have a securities, you have a whistleblower, Sachin Shah, me, basically saying that they're engaging in prop trading and have a house account. So they have to get rid of that guy, Brian Mason. So Brian Mason, FYI, is now working at Clear Street. So here he is, Brian Mason. Okay, Clear Street. Okay, so he brought everybody from Albert Fried's stock loan desk there. They set up, so he works for Clear Street Markets. These other individuals, Greg Lizardo, Vinny Avea, among other individuals from the stock loan desk, they got terminated. Okay, because my filings, my evidence show that they engage in wrongdoing, securities violations and fraud, and so after a while they decided that they just wanted to terminate these people, even though the reason why they acquired Albert Fried is because of their stock loan desk. Okay, so the former co-heads, Jerry Luzardo, he got a sweet deal, went to TD Securities, renamed TD Prime Services, which is the former Albert Fried, Vinny Avea, same deal. So these were the two heads of the stock loan desk at Albert Fried. They got a managing director position at TD Prime Services. They stay there for a while before they realized that they needed to clean house and start terminating everybody possible related to my whistleblowing. So they did that. So that's part of the cover-up. All these people are related to the cover-up. Al Scarangero was the former margin loan operations person at Albert Fried. You'll hear him. They also brought him on to TD Securities. They terminated him as well. So they terminated everybody except Anthony Katsingris. So Anthony Katsingris is now here. Okay, so you can see what his Bloomberg says, and it's going to be ironic because he says we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then isn't an act but a habit. So you can see his quote on Bloomberg, TD Securities. He's not part of TD Securities, Cowen. He is in head of all of this at Albert Fried, as my video shows, as my filing shows. So let me just go into it. So let me just show you this transcript of what happened, so you don't miss it, because it is a little bit faint. I have to blow up what exactly is being said in the recordings as it relates to this. So I just wanted to show you exactly the actual words that are being said so that you don't miss it. So, okay, Anthony Katsingris, he actually says during this day about blowing up the firm. So you can't blow up the firm if you don't trade or don't have a hedge fund. So they have a hedge fund, internal hedge fund. He's actually saying you're going to blow up the firm by having on too much of a larger position that they can't handle. Okay, so every bank, every hedge fund, every mutual fund, every asset management that has too much of a larger position and they're levered up, they will blow up if their positions go against them. So that is what he's saying here. Okay, so here we go. Nay, I'm not worried about it. This is the junior prop trader. Anthony Katsingris, if the market blows up and the market is down 500 points, makes it more difficult. What happens if we can't make it? So this is because the stock loan guys decided to be cute and decided to have positions in the house account, prop account, that totaled tens of millions of dollars. And you have to understand, during this time, Albert Fried's book value is between 61.2 million to almost 85 plus million. So they have almost half their equity value in these positions. Okay, and if they go against them, which they're not supposed to be doing, and the SEC doesn't want them to do it, the SEC doesn't know about this, FINRA doesn't know about this, New York Stock Exchange doesn't know about this. They think that these positions are being held by Mr. Fried in a separate account when it's actually is being housed in Albert Fried's balance sheet, which it is not supposed to happen. Okay, so Dodd-Frank does not allow any of this to occur, but they're doing it anyway. Okay, so he says we can finance it if the world blows up quarter end. Even, so this should say even if we, here we go, Tim Wiggins. Right? Okay. Out. Thank you, Tim. You're making my case for me. Even if we take 3 or 4% bank loans, okay, I want to get my buffer in place for 25 million. Getting 15 million on Friday, settlement date is Monday. So he's getting in money from the positions that are basically rolling over. He's going to roll them over. And so he's putting on positions. Instead of putting on positions, he should be telling, only taking orders from his clients for borrowing. So he's putting on positions that instead of just lending on securities. So instead of lending on securities, he's putting on positions, which are what his clients are doing, his hedge fund clients. So his hedge fund clients are not aware of him putting on these positions that are in conflict with their positions. And if they're borrowing it from Albert Fried, they're supposed to be their counterparty. They are not aware that they're also basically putting on the positions, which if they blow up, that could impact their positions that they're being, the securities that they're borrowing from Albert Fried. Okay, so I have to find $40 million by Tuesday. Reading into $25 million settlement. You are saying going along. How do we reverse it? So something happens, we can blow up. Okay, Albert Fried, he's talking about. Not on our side. Our counterparty is not going to fail. We can borrow the stock. Okay, we have to negotiate the trade. We don't want to do all that and not get. Basically, he's trying to say get any profits from it. Okay, so this is, so you have Nate Sheridan, Brian Mason, Jerry Lacerdo talking about trading thereafter. So I'm just going to stop there because there's a lot of crosstalk. There's Anthony talking. You have Vinny talking in this as well. You have Ed Daniele, who's sitting right there saying nothing, listening to all of this, the compliance officer. So let me just start with the first in sequential order. So we have first, so when you go to this filing that I'm going to be posting, page 60, attachment 65. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I already made this filing with the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. Okay, their behavior. Okay, and so these are the few examples. So 10.2, you can see this is what happens in a trading environment. But when you have compliance officers, they are allowing this to happen because nobody cares, because they only care about generating illegal profits. So they can say and do whatever the heck they want, including retaliate against me, harass me, and I had enough, and I recorded these people. So some of these are recorded on audio, some of them are also video. So I'm going to show you the audio version. You can see what Vinny is saying. What about the direction? They're laughing. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. There is no red flag here. So phone is ringing. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. What is the white powder? So they're talking about cocaine. So they're talking about all this stuff. You can see it in the filing. I'm not going to go over all this with you right now. I'm just going to jump to... So, by the way, here we go, talking about guns, okay? So, he is calling somebody, okay? Talking about spring cleaning, Rich Tullo, okay? I didn't clean the gun. The gun is spotless, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you can see what he's doing here. He's calling people, buying and selling guns. He's talking about guns during the day. Okay, so this is when he's talking about another order. Okay, this is Ken Alton, Rich Tullo. We didn't buy anything. Okay, we didn't buy anything today. All of your orders expired. You got your sale in there. I got a question. Go. Are you sure we are flat Cinecor? Okay, that is a stock name that he covers. Okay, fine. Not really sure. Big deal. One way or another, it's only 8,000. So this is another indication and evidence of house account trading, prop trading, front running, and pumping and dumping. So the reason why he asked that is because the following day, footnote, is talking about having Cinecor in the house account. Okay. The reason why is because the next day he puts a sell on Cinecor. So he doesn't want to lose money, and he wants to make sure that he's flat and doesn't basically have a position that is causing losses from his own house account trading, okay? Because he's controlling it, and you can see right here, the research report one day after trying to trade Cinecor in the house account, the second day, making sure he doesn't own any more shares, okay? And so he's doing that, and you can see what he does the next day. Cinecor reduces target to 250 from 350. Maintain a market perform. So he reduces that, but before he reduces it, he gets out of the position. Bad news is we still think Cinecor shares is dead money, blah, blah, blah. You can see this, okay? You can see that this is analyst certification. Report views, Securities, Securities refer to this report. No part of my compensation directly or indirectly related to the specific recommendations or views. Okay. Albert Fried, policy does not allow any analyst to own shares in any company he covers, even though he just wanted to make sure that they were flat Cinecor. Okay. No employee or household serves on as an officer director of a covered company. Albert Fried does not make a market in any securities contained in this report. Additional information upon request. So they never say that this guy has a position in the house account for Cinecor, which he lies here. Okay, lies in the report. Doesn't tell them that he just got rid of the position to make sure he's flat. So when he basically puts lowers the target price, which is basically a sell, that the stock when it trades lower, which it did, that he doesn't lose money. Okay. Okay. There's other stuff that is happening here. Let's just go to the 8th. So 8th is a big day for SFXE. So here we go. Jesus Christ. Okay. So you're going to have... Let's show this. And let's hear it. Uh-oh. Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yes? Like what? Okay. Why is he calling or something? No, we're yelling or something. Thank you. Hey, what's up, man? Who? Yeah, what's up? Who's a fraud call? Sitting out. All right. All right, thank you. Put in a 4-bid 5,000. You need to delete before you live. 3/4 bid for 10,000. 3.5 bid for 10,000. Yep.
Okay, so what he's doing is buying SFXE before he puts out his report. He's buying more. Okay, he's buying more SFXE. That's front running. Okay, before he puts out his report. Okay, so he doesn't disclose that. He doesn't tell anybody anything about that. Next one.
All right.
Illegal, FYI. Can't do that.
Hey, this Seeking Alpha is long on a lot of different levels. The company's not a fraud. All right.
So he just called Mr. Freed.